After a year of no live music due to the coronavirus pandemic, now with the COVID-19 vaccine out, many are wondering, does this mean live music is coming back? What does the rest of this year look like? Many questions. I'm Addison Hager, and I've got questions too. That's why I'm calling in Taste of Country's Billy Dukes to help give us more insight on what we can expect throughout the end of this year and 2022 when it comes to live country music. When we talked earlier, he said he's going to touch specifically on George Strait in live music. But before we bring Billy Dukes in, make sure that subscribe button is clicked, and when you do that, hit the notifications button so you know when our next video is live. Hey Billy, what is this George Strait news?
I know, I'm teasing you, but here it is. With one exception, George Strait won't be touring this year. That's a bummer for fans willing to travel through several states to see him, but also for George, who says that even though he retired from the road, he really misses it now that he can't do it. I mean, that sounds like a girlfriend I had in college. The Notre Dame football stadium show is canceled. He was set to just be the second country artist to play there after Garth Brooks did it in the snow in 2018. George also moved his stadium show in Minneapolis, and that's going to be on November 13th, so you can still see a one-off George Strait date this year. In my opinion, that opportunity is fraught.
Billy, are you questioning the king?
Well, not as much him as much as what concerts are just going to be for a while. I mean, Luke Bryan owned up to this fact. He's forgetting all of his lyrics when he tries to perform these songs. It's going to be close to 18 months for a lot of these singers hitting the stage. These are men and women in various physical shapes. I can just see a lot of singers being really gassed quicker than usual, losing their breath, and there's going to be some road fatigue for those who have a dozen or more shows across a month. George's show isn't particularly physical, but he's not young either. With some rehearsal, I'm sure he's going to be great, but I don't think as an industry, we're about to see many peak performers this year.
Okay, I suppose that's fair. Why are some artists touring and others choosing to wait until 2020 at the earliest?
This is a great question. Part of it is just logistics. There are only so many of these venues, and suddenly, every artist in every genre wants to get back to work and come play music. I mean, there's only so many dates that the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids or the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City can house artists, because a lot of them have commitments to NBA or NHL leagues. Plus, the routing has to make sense so that you're not crossing the country every other weekend. From there, I think you're just seeing a lot of the older artists who might be a little bit more conservative. Reba has chosen to wait until next year. Kenny Chesney is waiting. An exception is Maren Morris, who is young, but she was one of the first to just say, screw it, and pick things up again next year. Planning tours with each city having its own guidelines with regards to COVID-19, I mean, that's a headache, and it might not work out financially. I'm not sure that everyone is here for that risk.
So most tours are starting late summer or early fall. Do artists think their fans will have to mask up?
I think that'll be the expectation in some cities. Eric Church more or less said this during an interview with Taste of Country Nights, but I think it's going to be like the supermarket, you know? I mean, sure, there's a sign at the door that says mask up, but it's not like you're going to get thrown out of the dairy aisle at Kroger for not having your mask on. The hope is by 2022 we can all burn our masks.
Okay, I've got one last question, and I'm excited to hear who you end up saying for this. Which tour are you looking forward to the most?
Ooh, that's a really hard question, because personally I've been pretty locked down and I'm kind of struggling mentally with the idea of this free-loving mood at a concert with some of my friends and family. That said, I think I would go see Eric Church this fall, and I think I really want to see Dan and Shay, you know, if they're playing close to me. They got one show in on their very first headlining tour last year, and then they had to quit. That anticipation, I mean, it's great for all these artists, but Dan and Shay, I mean, they're like horses who have been champing at the bit for years. It's time to let them run.
Thanks, Billy, for filling us in on the George Strait news and what we can expect and look forward to with concerts and tours coming back. Okay, Billy just told us the tour he's most looking forward to, and now we want to hear from you. Which country artist are you dying to see in person? Leave it in the comments below so we can all get excited about live music coming back. I'm Addison Hager for Taste of Country.
Thanks for watching.
And as always, thanks for subscribing.